text your homegirl like we going to the show. Let's go.
Talk to me, baby. We better start the show. We got a meeting with Maia. You know the
This has been a meeting with Maia, the CEO.
Welcome to Meetings with Maia, Season 1, Episode 2. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Meetings with Maia, the #1 podcast, safe space, group chat for women who love women to have girl talk. I am your host, Maia, the CEO, and this is what's going to be on the agenda today. Is she cheating or are you tripping? So grab your snack, get a little juice, grab a notepad, because the meeting's about to begin. First things first, is she cheating or are you tripping? Now, before we get into this, ladies, we know this is about to be a very, very sensitive topic, okay? So, look, if you shed a couple of tears, if you get a little angry, get a little upset, think about what that bitch did in the past, it's okay. Now we know for next time. Now we know the signs, what to look for next time, going forward with all of that. How can you tell if your girl is cheating versus if you just tripping? Because sometimes, ladies, we do be tripping. Like, sometimes shorty ain't cheating. We got our suspicions, or we bringing our past into the present, or we just got trust issues to where it may look like she's cheating, but she's not. So we're going to figure out how to tell one from two and what signs to look for. The first common sign of cheating. If your girl is talking to you less and less, she might be cheating. Now let me elaborate. People's always gonna put their time into what they want. If your girl's talking to you less, seeing you less, giving you less and less attention, there's a chance there's probably somebody else in the picture. You gotta think about it like this. When you first met her, y'all was talking all the time, texting all the time, calling each other all the time, seeing each other all the time. That's normal, that's natural. Kind of think about it like this. What do you do when you like somebody? What do you do when you start to not like that person no more as much as you used to? And what do you do when you don't like somebody at all? It's human nature. So naturally, if you have a girl, y'all been cool, or y'all have a certain pattern and you notice that the patterns are changing, meaning like, she used to call you all the time, she don't call you as much. She used to text you all the time, she don't text you as much. She texts back slow now. Or now, instead of talking 3 times a day, being on the phone caked up, she may or may not even call you. Instead of y'all hanging out all the time, going places together, doing stuff together, she rarely won't link up with you. Baby, the signs is right there. Shorty's cheating. Like, ain't too many ways around it. Now, of course, a person may argue, oh, we're just busy, or, oh, I'm just busy, and life is this and life is that. And that may be fair. That may be a fair point to an extent. Things may be changing and going on in her life to where she can't show up for you as much or do for you as much. But again, I always feel like the less a girl is talking to you, the more she's talking to someone else. Because she ain't going to just stop talking. Trust, believe that, like, know that. So I feel like that would be the first sign to know if a girl's cheating. Like, if that time, if that attention, if them phone calls or them texts is slowing up and disappearing, them link ups is disappearing, oh baby, they disappearing with you, but they appearing with somebody else for sure. And at that point, if you start peeping that, I ain't gonna lie to you, you might want to address shorty about if there's somebody else in the picture. Because baby, think about it. If it was you and you know you just started liking somebody else, how would you act? I feel like sometimes when it comes to cheating, we don't want to believe it so much, but the signs literally be in our face. If I was looking at this in another girl's perspective, what would it look like if I was cheating? If I knew that there was somebody else that I wanted to go be hanging out with, talking to, texting, calling on the phone, linking up with, wouldn't my time and energy with my person go down because I'm starting to give that time and energy to somebody else? Because think about it. Nobody, in my opinion, I don't feel like anybody can really put 100% of themselves into multiple baskets. You're going to slack somewhere. You're going to slack with somebody. Like, there's no way you can call 3 different people every single day, multiple hours on the day, like, be with them hours and hours every single day. Talk to him hours and hours every single day. Multiple people, it just ain't gonna work. Somebody's gonna get the shorter end of the stick. So baby, if you starting to get the shorter end of the stick, somebody else got the longer end of the stick. Trust me, baby, she cheating. I ain't gonna lie to you, and it ain't no way around that. The next sign of if she's cheating or if you're tripping, if she starts becoming overly secretive, baby, that girl cheating. Like, if she's starting to get mad about you asking her where she's been, who she's been with, and I'm not saying you asking her like, who da 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 da. Nah. If you can't even just approach her like a regular human being in a natural, calming voice and be like, oh, okay, where'd you go? Oh, who'd you go with? And she's immediately defensive, be for real. Like, why are you acting like you got something to hide? If she's immediately on the defense, scrambling her words, trying to connect the dots while she's talking, trying to make whatever lies she's making up make sense, baby, you ain't tripping, she's cheating. If I asked you where you was at or who you was with and you have nothing to hide and you wasn't doing nothing, it should just flow out of your mouth. It should just be a regular conversation. You wouldn't get mad at me about asking who was you hanging out with if you was literally just hanging out with your homegirls. Why would you be mad? Nothing to be mad about. But you would get mad at me if I asked you about who you was hanging out with and you know you was hanging out with somebody you wasn't supposed to be hanging out with. You wouldn't be mad at me about asking where you been if you know you was somewhere where you're supposed to be. But if you know you somewhere you wasn't supposed to be, now you're on the defensive side. Now you're wondering why I'm asking you what I'm asking you. Or why I always got a question. Or why am I in your business? Why am I always, nah, baby, nah. Ain't no flipping the script. Ain't no, hey. At that point, if you get on the defense whenever I'm asking you who you was with or what you was doing, you might as well just tell me you cheating on me, because baby, that speaks for itself right there. You get the And as soon as motherfuckers flip it around and turn it around on you, baby, she's cheating. She's cheating for sure. She's cheating for sure. I feel like you should be able to ask your partner where they been or who they been with anytime they go out and do something or go with someone, and that should be okay. Like, you should never be mad at me for asking you, where was you going? Oh, where'd you go? Or who was you with? Honestly, you should tell me. Like, I shouldn't even have to ask you. You should be coming home like, babe, I was just with this person. We just did this. I was just with my homegirls. We just went to the club. Or I was with my homegirls. We just went and got some food. Or I was with so-and-so. Like, if I'm even noticing that you just leaving stuff out, not saying too much or nothing, I'm already gonna be suspicious, because naturally as women, we're talkative anyway. Like, we want to tell you about our day. We want to tell you where we was doing, where we was at, who we was with. Like, we want to give you the tea. We want to spill everything. So the second a girl is being secretive and being sneaky, she's cheating 100%. We're so open and talkative. There's no way, baby. When I'm with my girl, I be wanting to tell her everything. I be wanting to tell her all the tea. I want to tell her exactly about how my day was going, about what I did, about who I was with, about who pissed me off, and all of it. Way number 3, you can tell if your girl's cheating. Biggest way, in my opinion, like biggest way to tell if your girl is cheating. Baby, let me see that phone. Let me see that phone. If I pick up that phone and you snatch that phone, baby, yeah, you through. Finish, final round, you're done. I'm telling you, like, let's be real. If it's to a point where I can't even walk around your phone without you getting all on the, you looking up, you seeing what I'm doing, you seeing why I'm around your phone, you seeing where your phone at. Okay. Cheating, 100%. Y'all ever been with a person and it's like you can't even click on their phone to see the time? I'm talking about they eyes is locked in on you in that phone. They ain't ready to take their eyes off of y'all. Like, wherever their phone is, trust they gonna be on their P's and Q's about what's going on with that phone. Biggest red flag. And don't get me wrong, I don't go through phones. Like, if you go through phones, that's on you. I'm not saying do or don't. Just me personally, I don't go through phones. But again, if I can't even grab your phone, if I can't even touch your phone, if I can't even look at the time real quick, use your flashlight, want to use your calculator, If I accidentally grab your phone instead of my phones, cause our phone got the same case or the same color, and you immediately jumping out your motherfucking seat to grab your phone back, you telling me everything I need to know right there. Baby, it's some phones. A phone is gonna literally tell it all. Like, y'all ever see them pranks on TikTok where a person will grab somebody's phone and run to the bathroom and lock the door, or they'll grab a motherfucker phone and get in a car and drive off with it, and that person is just shitty, like scared to death, like about to break your door down for their phone. What y'all think that mean? Be for real. Because honestly, if you have nothing to hide, and again, not saying that like go through my phone if we together, like nah, but if you have nothing to hide in your phone, you're gonna be way more confident about a person picking up your phone, going through your phone, knowing your password, like, and I'm not even the type of person to ask for a motherfucker password or none of that. But if it's like I can't even know your password, like you extra security guard when it comes to your phone. This motherfucker got about 10,000 passwords. Every app got a password. Everything got a password to it. Everything got a lock. You hiding something for sure. So trust me, baby. If you can't even look at that phone, there's something in that phone. And matter of fact, go through that iPad. Matter of fact, yeah, go through that iPad. Like that's where it might be for real. Don't even go through the phone, baby. Go through that iPad. Pick up that iPad, because even if she's cool with that phone, pick up that iPad. Bet she go crazy on your ass. She ain't. Yeah, that iPad just ain't for school, baby. Yeah, that iPad ain't just for schoolwork. Nah. She know what the fuck she doing. That iPad ain't just for putting outfits together off Pinterest. No, there's some other shit going on in there. And when I found out, it's your ass for real. So, recap. 3 ways to know if your girl is cheating. If your girl is talking to you less, seeing you less, being with you less, oh baby, she's cheating. Because she's spending less time with you and more time with somebody else. If she becomes overly secretive, overly on the defense mode, you can't ask her who she's been with, what she's been doing. You can't ask her nothing about nothing without her jumping down your throat, trying to figure out a lie, and you can tell she's trying to figure out a way to lie. She's nervous talking over simple questions. She's cheating. If you can't even breathe next to her phone, without her ass scared to death that you about to go through that motherfucker, she's cheating. And don't get me wrong, y'all. When it comes to cheating, I feel like cheating is such a sensitive topic because nobody wants to ever get cheated on. And getting cheated on, if you've ever been cheated on, oh baby, that hurts. Like, you about to lose 50 pounds. You're not about to eat for 40 days and 40 nights. Like, you about to be fucked around. Your mental is about to be fucked up. Like, that's why I can't stand cheating. Like, if you're not happy, just leave. Cheating hurts. Like, oh my gosh. If you know, you know. If you've ever been through a heartbreak because you found out you got cheated on, baby, you're sick. I'm talking about you don't even want to get out the bed. You don't even want to shower. You don't want to talk to nobody. Like, baby, that heart is broken. Like, you are literally, what Alicia Keys say, sleeping with a broken heart, baby. Yes. Like, you either can't sleep at all or you sleeping all the time. That stuff literally, cheating send a motherfucker into a depression. Like, for real, cheating is nothing to be played with. Yeah, baby, listen, like, and cheating is dangerous too because a lot of people have really crashed out something terrible because they found out they got cheated on. Like, cheating to land you in jail, baby. Cheating can land you in jail and land the next motherfucker in the hospital, for real. Like, y'all, people gotta stop playing with that cheating shit because, baby, it gets deep. These is motherfuckers' feelings and emotions we talking about. And I know sometimes when you in a relationship, we don't want to believe that we getting cheated on. Nobody wants to accept that, especially if you're the type of person where you have a big ego and a lot of pride. Like, damn, this person likes somebody else more than they like me. So cheating hurts. Is definitely nothing to be played with. Definitely nothing to be fucked with. Like, baby, I'm at a point where I'll go to jail behind my feelings. I don't know. I might catch a case or two behind my feelings. Like, I don't know. Like, don't play with me. Don't cheat on me. Like, baby, just leave. Like, literally, just leave. Like, People, you gotta stop thinking you can have your cake and eat it too. Cause nah, like, and you don't know how much cheating on somebody actually really affects them, how much it really hurts them. Not saying that, of course, ain't nobody perfect. I'm pretty sure everybody in their life has cheated, whether it was like in your face cheating or if it was like, kind of more subtle, Ain't nobody perfect and innocent, but I'm just saying at this point in my life, at this big grown age, baby, I'm not cheating. Like, if I don't want to be with you, I'm not going to be with you. If I do want to be with you, I'm going to make it work. I'm a lover girl. If we going to be together, it's just us. I be so obsessed with my girl, I can't even cheat. Like, I'm really the type, I only see you. I only want to be with you. I'm all about you. Like, ain't nobody else fucking with you when it comes to me. Like, if I'm fucking with you, if we together, you ain't gotta worry about nobody else, because baby, I'm obsessed. Like, I want to make this shit work. I want to make it last forever. Make it last forever and ever. For real. So it's like, no, like, and I think that also is kind of why it hurts with cheating, when you get cheated on, because you like, I'm obsessed with you and you obsessed with the next motherfucker. Like, how that work? Like, nah. So baby, if you see any of them signs, please don't be in denial. And if you've been in denial, baby, it's time to wake that shit up. If you peeping any of those things about your girl, baby, y'all might need to have a conversation, because she may be cheating on you. Now, she may be cheating. We talked about cheating. But you may just be tripping. Because I know we said in the first one, if your girl just seeing you less, talking to you less, linking up with you less, she may be cheating. Now, granted, that's true. But you have to also understand, is she talking to me less because she's going through something? Is she seeing me less because she's going through something? Because that is different. If you know your girl may be going through something, maybe experiencing a death in her family, maybe going to school and she's stressed out and overwhelmed, maybe her job, like, you have to take into consideration that she is a human, like you're a human. She has a life, like you have a life, and she goes through things, like you go through things. So don't be selfish and just automatically think that, oh, she's cheating just because y'all talking less or you're seeing her less. If you know that there are things going on in her life that make it harder for her to talk to you and see you. You never want to make a person feel like they just have to be so all about you. You're the only thing that matters. That's not fair to them. They go through things. They have stuff going on in their life, etc. To where, look, baby, I may have just got a new job. I may be training at the job. I may be, working 12-hour shifts. I don't got time to talk as much time as I used to. So it's not personal. My life has changed. I have a lifestyle change. Baby, I may be going through a death in my family. I may be depressed. You know what I'm saying? You could be thinking I'm cheating on you the whole time. I'm just depressed. Baby, the whole time I'm sinking, I'm drowning. You may think that I'm not hanging out with you as much, but to be honest, I'm going through financial problems to where I can't go out to eat. I can't pay for your meal. You know what I'm saying? I can't kick it. I can't do this and do that. I can't spend no money right now. And not saying that, like, yeah, we can still hang out, and you may be like, you know what, it ain't a reason for us not to hang out, but maybe your girl's just like, I don't want the tab to keep being on you. I don't want to keep taking from you. I want to be able to provide for you how you provide for me. You never know. So have that conversation. It's definitely a conversation that needs to be had, but also it's about knowing your partner and peeping what's going on around your partner, because she may not tell you, hey, babe, I'm having financial problems right now. But sometimes you just got to peep, okay, is she spending a little less money, or has she been spending so much money and you just starting to see that things is kind of, or, if she just had a death in the family, yes, expect her to maybe be a little bit more standoffish. Expect her to not want to maybe talk as much because she's still trying to process everything in her mind. Like, that's the part of tripping. You have to be a human too. You have to understand, like, things is going to happen. You may come to a point in time in your relationship where you can't see her as much, or you don't want to talk as much, or you can't talk as much because you're experiencing things in your life too, and you're going to want somebody to give you that same grace. You would hate to be going through something and a person is accusing you of cheating, and the whole time you like, bro, I'm drowning in depression. I'm drowning in financial issues. I'm drowning in confidence. I'm drowning in life, and you think I'm cheating on you. So that definitely can be a part of tripping. Like I said before, communication is key. A person Might not be honest with you all the time, but at least have that conversation just so you can know. Like, damn, babe, I thought you was cheating on me whole time. It's X, Y, and Z. Now I feel shitty. Because now I feel like, damn, I'm accusing you of these things and you ain't even doing shit. I'm just basically ignorant to what's going on around me, what's going on around you. So you could be tripping. Now, like we talked about, a sign of cheating can be your girl being secretive. But you also have to understand you may be tripping if you are overly in your partner's business, and you have to understand that sometimes stuff just ain't your business. Like, for example, yes, your partner should be telling you where they're going, who they with, and all of them other things. But if you feel like she's cheating just because you feel like she should have to tell you every single thing, you're tripping. She's entitled to her privacy. You're entitled to your privacy. Like, I feel like in a relationship, like we always say, there's balance. Yes, as my partner, I feel like I have an obligation to tell you certain things. Obviously, you're my partner. But it's like, I still have the right to my own privacy. If there are things that I just want to keep to myself, or I'm not comfortable with sharing, or I don't want to share at the moment, I don't have to. And that doesn't mean that I'm cheating. It just can mean like, hey, you know what? This is kind of personal. This is private. This may be a soft spot for me. I just don't want to share it right now. Now, I'm not saying like when it comes to asking somebody who they was with or what they was doing or whatever, I'm not saying necessarily that, but it's like, okay, say I just went to the doctor and I just got some horrible news. I may not want to disclose that in the moment. Like, I may just want to be like, you know what? I need time to just process what I just heard. You know, I will tell you eventually, but let me just kind of sit with this first and figure it out. Baby, that don't mean that I was somewhere with somebody. Hell, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you tripping. Like, you can't always just assume cheating. You can't always just assume cheating, because sometimes it's really just not that. You don't want to be the shitty person where it's like you keep accusing me of doing something that I'm not doing, to the point where we damn near ready to break up, or shit's ready to go so left, because you basically making me feel like you don't trust me and I know I'm not doing shit. At that point, yes, you tripping. Yes, your girl is supposed to tell you things because that's your girl. You know, when it comes to being in a relationship, I do feel like there are certain boundaries. I feel like there's a certain level of respect you should have for your girl, which includes, you know, telling her certain things because this is your partner. Like, you know, you're supposed to kind of keep her own game. But I definitely feel like we do all have the right to our own privacy, and that's okay. And the last way you can be tripping. Yes, we all know when it comes to them phones, baby, when it comes to them phones, when it comes to that iPad, baby, yeah, like, we know it can get tricky. But like I said, we have a right to privacy. She may not want you to go through her phone because she's talking about you. Like, you know, she may be having conversation with her homegirl. She done been mad at you. She done said some fucked up shit or whatever. And she just might not want you to see that shit. It don't mean that she's cheating. It just might be stuff in her phone that, again, is just none of your business. She may have some private stuff in there in her phone. She may be talking about your mama's wig. Not saying that that's right or wrong, but it's just like, I just might not want you to see that shit, because let's be real. We've all got into it with our girl, and we ran to our best friend and we like, man, fuck this bitch. I hate her, da-da-da-da-da. All this other crazy, well, that shit. Y'all know how we talk when we mad. And you don't even mean it. You just mad. So it's like, you mad. She probably didn't delete that out her phone. You know, you probably didn't delete that shit out your phone, to where it's like, damn, you gonna go through my phone and you gonna see me saying shit that I don't mean. And it's like, I said that shit in private with my friend. Like, that was a private conversation. Or it could be stuff in her phone that then came from friends and family that is private. That's none of your business. So it's like, I'm not gonna necessarily say just because just because a girl don't let you go through her phone, she's cheating. But it's also like, you have to understand, you could be tripping. She don't have to be like, you can go through my phone, you can see anything, you can, no, like, and that's why I don't go through phones, because baby, I don't play. It can be people's personal information in there. It can be personal stuff going on with the people that you love. Whether, like if my friends is disclosing something to me, baby, that's nobody's business but mine. If my family's disclosing something to me, if I'm disclosing stuff to them, if there's things going on in my phone that's kind of like private about anybody, they don't have nothing to do with you, you're not going to my phone. Like, no. But that don't mean I'm cheating. And I feel like if as long as she discloses to you, like, I'm not gonna lie, like there's just stuff in here. I'm not cheating on you or nothing like that. There's just things in here that, I have people's information, people's business, that I don't want you to see because it's none of your business. It's something that was told to me and only to me. I don't want you going through my phone for that reason. Hey, can't do nothing but respect it. Like, you can't trip off that because, like I said, everybody's entitled to their own privacy. Like, how would you feel if somebody was just feel like they can go through your phone, pick up your phone whenever they want to? I don't care how loyal you are. I don't care about none of that. It's a privacy thing. And don't get me wrong, some people may be super cool with it and that's them, that's cool. But, you have to respect the person's boundaries. Like me personally, no, I don't want nobody going through my phone. That's why I don't go through phones, because I don't know. I'm not going to assume you're cheating, but it's just like, that's your phone. And baby, them phones get serious. People get serious about them phones, honey. Like, oh, people get serious about them phones. So don't be tripping. If your girl just tells you, look, babe, there's just stuff in here that's not my business to tell. So I don't really, like, I'm not comfortable with you going through my phone. Can't do nothing but respect it. Now, again, when it comes to all of these topics, balance, situational. Like, you gonna be able to tell a motherfucker spending less time with you and spending more time with somebody else. There will be signs outside of that. Like, there will be signs of a person cheating on you. There's gonna be subtle hints. Then you're gonna have your loud hints. But baby, there will be signs. You're gonna be able to tell the two from the two. And more than anything, just give it time. Like, I'm the type of person, I want to find out I'm getting cheated on naturally. I want to find out on God's time. Like, what they always say, if you go looking for something, just be ready to find it. Because, honey, if you go looking through that phone, you better be ready to leave after you look through that phone. Because once you look through that phone and stay, oh, you're cooked. Oh, you're cooked. Because what was even the point of you finding out you getting cheated on if you gonna stay? Now, don't get me wrong. We've all been there, done that. We done made mistakes, but that's why we on here talking. I'm telling y'all what nobody told me and what I've learned. I keep on telling y'all, yes, I've made the mistake of finding stuff out and staying. But it's like, going forward, baby, if I know I got to stand on business, I'm going to make sure I'm ready to stand on business when I go finding that business. Which is why I don't go looking for nothing. I let it come to me naturally. Because trust me, a person ain't going to cheat on you forever and you're not going to find out. It's not going to happen. That's not how it works. That shit is eventually going to come knocking at your front door. Figuratively and sometimes literally. Like, that bitch is gonna come knocking on your front door talking about she's fucking with your bitch. Like, I'm telling you. So, hey, that's just my rule of thumb. Now, don't get me wrong, you gonna meet some girls who's gonna be like, go through that bitch phone immediately. And hey, that's your prerogative, that's your MO, that's what you like to do, baby. I ain't knocking you. I'm just saying it ain't for me. You gonna meet some girls that's gonna be like, fuck finding out. Naturally, I'm finding out today. I'm ready today. You gonna meet some girls who's gonna know they getting cheated on and leave and never turn back. You gonna meet some girls that's gonna know they getting cheated on and they just gonna cheat too. Not even address the cheating. They just gonna start doing their own. I'm telling y'all, it's all different types of women. You don't know what you gonna get. But baby, I'm just speaking for me personally. Like, I don't go looking for the cheating. I let it find me. Anytime I've ever been in a situation where I'm getting cheated on or motherfuckers doing some shit behind my back, it has found me every single time. Now, has every single time they've cheated found me? I don't know. But has there ever been a time where somebody is cheating on me and I never knew? No. So it's gonna find you. It'll come to you. And there will be signs. But like I said, don't go looking for something you ain't ready to find. But in that same breath, don't be tripping. If you know you have past insecurities, if you know you have trust issues, if you know you the type to bring your baggage from your last situation to your next situation, you might not need to be getting in a relationship, because you can't just accuse somebody of cheating over little shit, over small shit, over you just being paranoid about getting cheated on. Hell, let's be real. Sometimes people be accusing you of cheating and be the ones cheating the whole time. So it's like, don't be that person. Like, Don't be so uptight about cheating to where the person that you're with doesn't even want to deal with you because you keep accusing them of cheating and they're really not cheating. Like, baby, at that point, you might have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, what is making me so insecure to where I feel like this girl is cheating on me? Because really, at the end of the day, you're just being insecure. You don't trust your partner. And I mean, what's a relationship without trust in the first place? So, don't be tripping off that girl. Nobody wants to constantly be accused of cheating if they're not cheating. It gets draining, it gets tiring, it gets old. So you gotta know the difference between cheating and tripping. All right, y'all, this has been episode 2 of Meetings with Maya, the CEO. Is she cheating or are you tripping? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. We going all the way up. Follow me on all my platforms at Maya, the CEO. And I'll see y'all in the next episode. Just know if I get cheated on, it's gonna take the whole army to get me off that bitch. I'm telling you. Who I'm tired. We out. Cause don't fucking play with me. Ooh.
Did you admit, have you cheated before?
Nah, I ain't. This ain't about all. I say, hey, cut. Next episode.